Okay, alright. Okay, yep. As soon as we start, I'm like, sit down. Bro, you was chilling. Yo, it's your boy Mambo with the big dog command room. Say what's up, sir. Okay, that's close enough. Stop, man. So you already know what it is, man. It's the I lost track. It's the week 17 reflections. You know, I don't even want to reflect on this, like, you know what I'm saying, but it needs to be done. Get y'all some content out there, man, and you know, just like have something to talk about, man, because it's just like, as y'all know, I'm just a overly emotionally invested fan of this team that's been with this squad for about almost 30 years. I can't believe I'm almost 30. I don't feel like it, but no, it don't look like it. But yeah, man, it's just another disappointing season. Before we get into any of that, man, you know, I just want to say all glory to God, and also, like, you know, man, just want to take the time to acknowledge Damar Hamlin and his family, and you know, prayers up to him. Like, you know, I'm just so grateful to God that he is doing better. Sit down. Dude is doing better. You know, it said he's awake. You know, he's showing good signs of you know, brain function and whatnot. So he's making progress. And I've been believing, like, you know, that he's gonna be all right. You know, people were just like, I don't know, like, you know, he's going to be gone or something, like, you know. And it's just like, nah, man, you just gotta have faith. So I just telling all y'all, you know, continue to have faith for him, and just see what God is doing in his life, man. He wanted to do a toy drive, and it was just a simple 2,500 that he got. Now he has upwards of $6 million, you know, donated to his organization. Why are you so wild right now? So it's just an amazing thing, man. And I just have faith that, like, God's gonna allow him to be able to see, you know, his work, like, you know, well, God's work, but, you know, his align with his faith and his progress, you know, his work on this earth, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, and just see the miracle, and be an example, be a testimony for God's goodness in this world. So just extremely grateful for that, excited about that, you know, what he's gonna do, you know. And I just, you know, man, that ain't, to be honest, like, it scared me, bro. Like, it brought me to tears. Like, you know, I haven't stepped foot on the NFL field, but I played football, and I know one thing is just like, you know, if that happened to any of my brothers or anything, even if we had teams and stuff that we were rivals against and stuff, like, you know, but, you know, even then it was just like, you know, there would be times where we all hung out. You know, we talk about, oh man, we beat y'all in this game, or y'all beat us in this game, or whatnot. But we was it's just a brotherhood of, you know, we know that football is a violent sport. You know, it's dangerous. There's a time I was playing backyard football, and I tackled a guy that was bigger than me, like, you know, huskier, and I tackled him, no pads on. And I tackled him, and he landed on my chest, and I rolled him over off of me. It hurt, you know, but I was all right. But for your heart to stop and stuff, and you, like, have died on the field, that's really scary. It's the scariest thing that I ever seen. Honestly, like, it really messed me up. I had to take a day to just kind of, like, you know, for myself. Like, I had, like, a lot of anxiety about it. Bro, chill out. Why are you on 10 right now? You was chilling the whole time. Just want to show out. Chill out. So, yeah, man. Just continue prayers, man. Y'all, you know, if you can, donate to his organization and stuff, and you know, just like, you know, any way you can support, just like, you know, do that. But the next thing, like, comment, subscribe, and if this dog will stop tripping, we'll get into you know, the reflection. So first thing with the reflection is like, this season I never thought in a million years, like, the way this roster was constructed, just the way the schedule was, everything, that we would end up in this situation. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, how can I not be surprised? We're Washington. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bottom of the barrel. And I've hated to accept that. I've hated people to call us that. Hated the Deadskins or y'all suck, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Cause I know my team, bro. I know we got talent. We got talent every year, except for, you know, probably for like 2017 to 2019, we didn't really have that much, especially on defense. But bro, sit your butt down. Sit your butt down. But yeah, man. But I just knew, like, you know, especially the years where we had Clinton Portis and Chris Cooley and Jason Campbell and all these dudes, bro. It was like, you couldn't tell me. I'm like, Mo, nah. We had some people, like, you know what I'm saying. We don't suck. It's just the coaching, or we just couldn't get right, man. But we're at the bottom of the barrel. It's mediocre, below mediocre, cause it's like, we lost to a below average team. They were 6-9. They'll probably end up being 7-9, and we're gonna end up in the same boat there, staring at them like, you know what I'm saying. So it's just so frustrating as a fan of this team. You couldn't tell me that we wasn't gonna win 2 more games, 3 more games. I was hoping we won 3 more games so we could be 10 and like, so we could be 10 and whatchamacallit, 10-7 or 10-6 or whatever, and 1. But nah, we couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I doubt we're gonna win tomorrow. Like, not tomorrow, I'm sorry. I doubt we're gonna win Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Very unlikely. Unless Sam Howard is just like, you know, the next coming of Tom Brady or something like that. Or whatever he is. But yeah, man, it's just a lot, bro. This is just like, I'm just sick of it, man. And I kind of knew this last year with the coaching staff. I kind of knew Ron was like fluke, and like, you know, this was just gonna fall apart. And it was like after the Carolina game last year, I can't explain it to you, but I kind of saw that this wasn't going to be sustained. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't going to last forever. We have the talent. We have potential. We truly had potential to go to the Super Bowl. It's not an exaggeration. Really, if we had a Brian Dable or a Sean McDermott, like, you know what I'm saying, like a Zach Taylor, like this dude's like that, like, just a quality coach, like, and I'm not talking about a good guy. I'm talking about a quality coach. Cause look at this. If you want to look at it, we had an opportunity. I don't know when Jay Gruden got here. What was that? 2011, 2010? I don't know, man. Got all this fur on me, bro. 2010, 2011. I don't know when he got here, but we had an opportunity to pick a new head coach. One of the coaches that's like a disciplinarian, because we lack discipline and we was never in games intensely and stuff like that, to have no fire, no nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just some lazy, like, no playing, like, dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and, we had opportunity to change that. So we got all these candidates. We got Jay Gruden. I forget who the minority coach was. They just had to do one to get out of the way. And I already and then we had Sean McDermott. That was the guy I wanted, because I knew him coming under Rivera. He was a disciplinarian, and he was the defensive minded coach. And our defense had been trashed for years. After Sean Taylor died, like, you know what I'm saying. It was like, we was okay sometimes, but bend and not break, but we was trash though. Like, our secondary was trash. And we needed somebody to come in and like, just step in and be like, nah, we not about to be like this no more. And what do? We go sign Jay Gruden. And we signed Jay Gruden off his name. And he's the worst coach, bro. I don't care what nobody said. That dude was trash. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the worst coach. And it's like, and now it's like Ron Rivera coming up in second. Like, he like, oh, bro, what? You said he the worst coach. I want to be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you want the award for being the worst coach that we had here? When we had some pretty terrible coaches. But, so hindsight 2020, we had opportunity to get Sean McDermott, bro. Y'all all tripping about Kevin O'Connell, Kyle, what is the dude name? Kyle Shanahan. Okay, that would have been cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, but as far as just having a dude like Sean McDermott that's going to take his team, they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl, like, you know what I'm saying? The God willing, with, everything that's going on right now. But them dudes, like, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be in the running for that for a couple years. They have one of the most stacked rosters, like, in the league right now, and it's not going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we fumbled that bag. Y'all all talking about Sean McVay and all these dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Sean McVay, what is Sean McVay doing right now? He's not going nowhere. Like, with some sustained success, like, you know what I'm saying, year after year. Not like just win the Super Bowl and then be trash. Like, you don't know Kyle Shanahan going to Super Bowl. You don't know Kevin O'Connell, they not going to no Super Bowl. Like, come on now. I'm talking about like a solid powerhouse, you know what I'm saying? Like, that dude Sean McDermott did a great job of setting the team. And who is trying to, like, model after this group, you know what I'm saying, to make our team similar or whatever? Ron Rivera, the head coach that was leading him. I think he was the defensive coordinator at the time. He's asking him for advice about how to make his team similar. And our roster ain't nowhere near close to daggone the Bills. It's good, but it's not no Bills good with or without a quarterback. All I'm saying is this: like, how you the head coach and now you looking at your former assistant coach, trying to ask for advice? I mean, that's good. That's, like, I guess, humble and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm about to get into, because I'm about to fry into him, man. Ron Rivera need to be gone. Love him as a person, great guy. Love him as like a high character. Just really, like, ask about my mom and my girlfriend and the wife and all that. Like, cool, great, thank you. But you suck as a coach, bro. Like, let me break some more stuff down. This dude, like, I heard with Rambling with Real, he said he had 12 seasons, and out of 9 of them he only had 3 winning seasons out of 12. 9 of them were losing seasons. That's insane. We are promoting and accepting mediocrity, and it's not acceptable. You feel me? It's not acceptable. Like, and then like, you know what I'm saying, And this dude. Okay, I'm about to get into that in a second. I'm trying to figure out how to order this, like, so I can break it down. Bro, you walk into a perfect situation with Cam Newton. You get the #1 overall pick. Just pick 277 players. Just pick one and just don't mess it up. Look at the best player available. Who was the best player available? The dude that just won a national championship, a Heisman Trophy, like broke every record that ever existed in the world. Of course I'm exaggerating, but how do you mess that up? So now he's riding on this dude's coattails, off into the sunset, to a Super Bowl, 15-1. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to the Super Bowl and you don't win it. You don't win. You get your teeth kicked in. And you sitting here, like, you know what I'm saying, continuing on with this mediocrity afterwards. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't feel like looking it up. Y'all can look it up. It's not hard to find. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, but I'm sure the next couple years after that, they didn't sustain the success. I don't think that next year they really had a winning season, and if it was very slight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, you continue this mediocrity. You mess up. You fumble the bag with Cam Newton, and some of that's Cam Newton's fault. Like, you know, not admitting that he's injured and whatnot. But you get fired, and before I go into the next sequence, I told y'all, like, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what video it was, but even before I started doing this, like, and when we were trying to figure out who was our next coaching candidate, I was like, yo, when they would start talking about Ron Rivera, I was like, I don't want him. I like him as a coach. At the time I liked him as a coach. I liked him as a person, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, why would we want him? He literally just got fired. He got fired for being trash. Like, he got fired for not being good and having a losing season. You know what I'm saying? Why would we want to pick up somebody else's, not even sloppy seconds, but just trash? Why would you want to pick up, this is not a thrift store. This is not one man's trash, this is another man's trash. It's not that. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So, why are we getting this dude? But of course, like Dan Snyder, I don't know. I ain't like Ron. Ron, like, Happy Thanksgiving. Like, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him. I didn't know who we were going to get. I didn't know who the other coaching candidates was. But unfortunately, in that situation, Ron Rivera being of Hispanic descent, and Hispanic descent, he filled the quota for the Rooney Rule, and they didn't have to look at any other candidates. So, I mean, of course, we don't have any say in who the head coach is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he went right in, and then he's just like, you know, oh, we're going to change the culture, and, you know, if you don't do it our way, then you're going to do it the other way, and then if you do it the other way, then it's on you, and, like, bro, shut up. Like, bro, man. So I was like, you know, I one thing I would say though, when he was coming in, I did appreciate the respect that all, like, the Carolina fans and players and whatnot had for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's always gonna have that because he's a good man. But as far as a coach, bro, he's not that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, we get into when he gets here, and understandably, like, you know, we win 7 games, but 7 games at that time were just enough for us to get into winning the NFC winning the NFC East and going to the playoffs. Like, you know, and, you know, all the other teams suck. So, you know, a lot of changes were made with them, and, you know, the whole NFC East picture just looks completely different. Um, where am I going? So kind of, I'm gonna skip over all that because I can talk about this for like a good hour. Like, you know what I'm saying. Fast forward to this year. Random as a mug. It's not random, but it's like, watch where I'm going with this. Ryan Kerrigan retires last year. So this year, well, actually, he retired this year. He signed as a Redskin this year, or washed Commander, and retired, and you know, and probably not even a day later he, you know, goes out here is interning to see if he wants to be a head coach. I mean, a coach, and then, you know, this ends up being an assistant coach, you know, for the defensive line after Sam Mills is left. Jeff Saninga is promoted. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So, I talk about this in particular because Ron Rivera talks about how he was saying how difficult it is to be a coach, like, you know, to Ryan Kerrigan, woo, you know, and everything. And seeing if he really wants to do that and not, like, you know, have him around so you can see if he wants to do that. And he's like, you know, Ryan Kerrigan's like, I want to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I, like, you know, he knows, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, when he started interning or whatever, I'm like, bro, he's about to be a coach, like, in, like, a day or so. You know what I'm saying? But when Ron was speaking about it, Ron was saying when he first finished playing and stuff, he didn't want to be a coach. He wasn't thinking about coaching. He wasn't trying to do coaching, woo-doo-woo, body block, boo-doo-boo. You know what I'm saying? That was concerning to me. Even back then, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's something that you want to do, you're just going to go out and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times when you get convinced into something, you ever been convinced into something and you just like, I don't really want to do it, and we'll see. And then you end up doing it and you wasn't good at it or it didn't work out and stuff. You be like, see, I told you I didn't want to do it, or see, I told you it was, like, you know. I feel like that's what happened. And that person, whoever convinced Ron Rivera to be a coach, rolled this into a daggone 20 years or so of just a mediocre coach that don't even really want to coach like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not like, you know, I mean, I guess he, you know, he got a passion for football, so it's like, you know, you're not going to not, like, you know, do something, you know what I'm saying? But I would rather have a coach that has that passion, that fire, that and knows what the heck they doing and stuff. Like, you know, to come in and coach us and stuff. And then we get this guy that don't even have a clue that we have what we need to do to get into the playoffs. We just thought we just win. Just win and we're in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you should have won 2 weeks ago. You know, 3 weeks ago, like 4 weeks ago when you were playing the Giants. Should have won both of those. And, you know, I mean, this 49ers, I didn't expect us to win that. Initially, I was expecting us to beat the Browns, but here we are. So we sitting there, we're going to be eliminated. Oh. And everybody talking about that sucker. No, this nigga is dumb. This dude is dumb. Ain't no way. He dumb and arrogant. Bro, it's so crazy, man. This man. Okay, before I go into this, going back to the DeMar Hamlin thing, I was watching the Craig Hoffman and Logan Paulson Take the Man podcast, and they talking about, like, you know, how, you know, because football's so intense and all that, ferocious, whatever, you know, sometimes we take the humanity out of it and just, like, kind of, like, you know, dehumanize the players and the coaches and whatnot, and, like, you know, not respect them, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, and I get that, and it's like, you know, it's kind of unfair, but at the same time, you know, when you're making the majority of decisions, and these decisions are clearly not producing, like, results that you, because it's not like you just be like, okay, we'll see how it happens in the end of it. It's like, they're foreshadowing like issues, decisions that you make that are causing this team not to be good, causing this team not to be successful. Some of them happen the next week or the next game. Some of them happen 5 weeks down the line. Still happens though. But that's why I say this man it's dumb and arrogant, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like, and he has to go. It takes him too long to make changes. No sense of urgency. Like, he's sitting here like, oh, we could be eliminated. Like, we got 10 more games left. Like, this is a double album, and we just like, oh, flip to the other side, and we gonna play some more games. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's 2 games left in the season. So you think we just gonna, bro? This man sat here talking about, oh, I thought we were gonna win. I didn't think that we weren't gonna win. I thought we were gonna win, and they're gonna flex it to a Sunday night game. Your concern is a Sunday night game? Why don't you just win the game? 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, wherever the heck it is. It don't matter. You so concerned about being on prime time. You had your chance to be on Sunday night. And what you do? You mess it up. And you had 3 weeks to prepare for the same team. And you mess it up. You had your chance to be on Sunday Night Football. You don't get that again. You sit on the couch with us. With your stupid self. Your stupid, arrogant self. You was arrogant against the Giants, thinking that you just gonna beat them, run over them because they ain't got no talent. You was arrogant against all these other things, and you definitely was arrogant against the Browns. And so stubborn and egotistical and bullheaded about your decision that you can't even pull Heineke. I mean, can't even pull Wentz when he throws 3 interceptions and is not giving us no spark. In order for us to win. And that's the thing. Is like, at least know the consequences of losing and winning. Like, even if you focus on winning, understand what you need to do, what's at stake, so you can win. He's just like, oh, I don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? And granted, I will give him this. Okay, his mother passed, you know what I'm saying? He may not be on social media or the internet or whatever he does, to find out information. I don't know if he uses a phone book or whatever. I understand Ron Rivera lost his mother this year. That's probably really hard. And I don't know where he gets his information from. He might have been staying off his phone, trying to stay focused and stuff like that. I don't know if he's getting his information from a phone book or whatever. I know he doesn't use Twitter because I think his daughter manages his account or whatever. Somebody manages his account because he don't be actually posting himself. So, I get it, but it's just like, bro, at least that very thing just shows the lack of preparation this man does from a week to week thing. And that's where it goes back to this arrogance thing. Like, you come in, I remember a story he was saying, where it was like a player, he was like, oh, he was doing a drill wrong or something, and the Coach Rivera was like, man, do the drill right. Do the drill how we said it to. Well, it's like, well, this is how we used to do it. Well, y'all were 3-13 last year, so this, and we, you're gonna do the drill how we did it. Like, bro, what? Chill out. Like that arrogance where it's like, I mean, I get it, get off of that. Stop. You been chewing on that? Damn dog. Sit down. But it's like this arrogance where it's like, bro, you walk around or you have this mindset where it's like you just expect to win all the time, and even when you lose, like, you win or something like that, or I don't know what kind of delusional thing is where you just like, bro. But it's really, he really showed your butt, like, you know what I'm saying, like with this, like, and it's just like, that just it should be done. Like, you know, I wish we had better ownership in here, cause that nah, it's just like, bro, like what? You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I feel bad for the players. It's like, bro, like at a certain point, I'm start looking at him with a side eye, like, bro, is he good? Like, you know, is it like, does my man know what's going on? Does he know what day it is? Like, you know what time of year it is? Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, it was the New Year's, and I don't know, maybe he started because we was in 2023. We had a new set of games. It was a new season, you know, new league year or something, like, you know. But this ain't scary, bro. And it's like, you know, you coming in with this mindset of like, you know, we just gonna win if all we gotta do is win and stuff like that. Like, you just won 5 Super Bowls and just came here. Bro, you never won a Super Bowl. And when you did go to the Super Bowl, you got your teeth kicked in. So all of this is just like, for what, bro? And it's like, you know, him, like I said last week, when he took Heineke out and he went to the press conference and put the mic on his shoulder and he was all like, you know, like he's a big old kid or something like that, bro. Like, nobody wants all that, bro. If you lose, you lose, but just like own up your stuff, bro. Like, all these moves that you've done, a lot of them have been egotistical at a certain point. It's really showing, like, you know what I'm saying, where it's like you didn't have to do that, like, you know what I'm saying, and you just want to be so right on things, like, where it's like that's your own detriment, bro. Well, not even at your own detriment. All these players that have risked their bodies, and this is the thing, bro. We don't do this for our health. This is the top 3, probably the number 1 most dangerous sport. Like, you know what I'm saying, most violent sport in the world. Football, rugby, lacrosse. Like, you know what I'm saying? And dudes is going here risking their lives for you, saying I will run through a brick wall for you, and you don't know what day it is. You don't know what you got to do today gonna be successful. That's scary, and you need to go. It's just like, bro, why we keep getting held hostage by these bums? Like, I'm so sick of this, bro. We got held hostage. We got held hostage by Jay Gruden's terrible coaching for years. That man got a contract extension for his mediocrity. And then we rolling into this thinking stuff is gonna be different. And here it is, the same old. Maybe Ron Rivera is Jay Gruden in disguise or something like that. I don't know. But it's just like, you have no sense of awareness, no sense of urgency. Like, you know, just this arrogant, like, you know, oh, we were just gonna win, and the Cleveland Browns was just gonna roll over, and we was gonna beat them, and then we was gonna be on Sunday Night Football, winning the NFC, winning the 6th seed, 7th seed. Like, okay, like, no. Get out of here, bro. And then it's just like, bro, 3 years in a row, because we're not beating the Dallas, like, you know what I'm saying, unless it's a miracle. Somehow it just is just like OC. 3 years in a row we win 7 games, and every time where it's like we give you a chance, like, you know, to just, like, you know, turn the ship around and whatnot, and you fooled us this time because you beat the Eagles, and you had you have one. You gonna have one every year where you just like, we beat a team. How the heck did they do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? We beat Pittsburgh. We beat, like, you know, Philadelphia. How we do that? How we beat Tom Brady? You know, you have one good one where you just like, you know, let me just get him real quick, and then just sit back in your chair and fold your arms and stuff like that. Like Louis T said, bro, this jam had me rolling. I was rolling. He said Ron Rivera is one quiet moment away from taking a nap, like, you know what I'm saying, on the sideline. Like, for real, he'd just be sitting there. He literally just sat there the whole time. You know, we getting our butts whooped by the Browns. And I get it. He talk about, oh, you know, if we stay calm, my dad told me if we stay calm and stuff like that, then everybody is gonna stay calm with us and stuff like that. And if we panic, everybody else is gonna panic. Yeah, I get it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get being stoic and leading and stuff like that, but it's like to a certain point where it's just like, bro, you're just gonna be just not do nothing. Like, you're not gonna react or do something, bro. Come on, man. And then it's just like, what happens when we lose? What happens when we lose against Tennessee? What happens when we lose games we have no business losing? When we lose to the Lions, when we lose, you know, to these teams. Oh well, we're gonna do better. We're gonna look at the film. We're gonna. And then if a player don't let a player play bad and stuff like that. Oh, I saw some good things. I think we saw the film. We're gonna check it out. The same things. I wish they had like a board in the press conference room that had a list of like everything that he has said during the year. It's like excuses and just phrases and stuff like that. And like every time he say one, just cross one off. Just cross it off. So when he go look, and he look back there and before the press conference start, they be like, Mr. Rivera, you know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to say any of these things that's crossed off, like, you know. So just pick your words wisely and stuff. And he gonna be sitting there like, we can be eliminated. Like, cause basically that's it. That's how he's been saying the same stuff, and it's like I feel it, cause Juan Gotti was talking about this. Like, shout out to my boy Juan Gotti and Louis T. Like, they were just saying like I can't watch him, and in the beginning of the season, like I couldn't watch none of he was saying, cause he was saying the same stuff, and I can't believe. Like, I feel bad for the reporters and the press writers and stuff like that, beat writers, whatever, that sit there and take the time out their day to just like listen to this dude. If I was them, I would just like make up a story or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even go to his press conference because he say the same things. You know what I'm saying? When we was losing, we was 1-4. I was like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing this man got to say, because he's saying the same bull crap, not taking no accountability. Nothing's gonna change, nothing, like, none. And you really sat here and thought that this dude Carson Wentz was gonna do something different, because you saw one quarter out of this dude, a fourth quarter, when all they needed to do is just like make sure that this dude doesn't, like, you know, go crazy and outscore them, which he wasn't gonna do. And that was enough for you to just pull the rug from Taylor Heineke and put Carson Wentz in. But we had some momentum. We definitely could have beat the Browns with Heineke at least. You know what I'm saying? The other players were saying that, like, yo, this dude Carson Wentz has a longer release. Like, he telegraphs his throws. If Heineke was in, they would probably been better. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were better off with Heineke. He has a quicker release. He's more improvisational or off schedule, whatever. But nah. And even when this dude throws 2 picks in the first quarter, very Heineke like. And what are you gonna, like, bro? I would respect you more if you would have just pulled him and just put Heineke back in. But instead, you just want to stick with your decision, roll with your, you know what I'm saying, at the detriment to all these players that have risked their life, risked their health, risked their time away from family and all that stuff, where they could be doing something else to try to make it to the playoffs. People don't go to the NFL to just be like, well, we had a 7-9 season. They want to go to the Super Bowl and win. They want to go to the playoffs and play. They want to go to the Hall of Fame. This is not Hall of Fame football. This is not playoff football that you're doing. Shoot, it's barely Pop Warner. To be honest, like, I feel for Heineke too, man. Cause he looks so mad on the sideline. We just sitting there, the people chanting his name, and he can't do nothing about it. And he's just sitting on the sideline so mad because it's just like he can't really do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we just gonna sit here and lose to the Browns. Get stomped by the Browns. What's that say about us? And it's like, you know, I thought the ideal situation next year coming up, regardless, you cut Carson Wentz, keep Taylor Heineke, have Sam Howell, maybe draft another player that's developmental. And now people talking about like Heineke may not even stay, or it might be better, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, for him to part ways, which is like I was saying with the Take Command podcast, what Logan Paulson said. And I can see that happening. And you know what? We get what we deserve. All you fans out there, even in Ron Rivera himself and Scott Turner, all y'all want to downplay Heineke and stuff. Oh, he's just an undrafted player, undrafted, like, you know, that saved your butt year after year. All y'all want to complain about how he's not a good quarterback and all that stuff, man. When he's getting trash calls and a trash offensive line. I'll give it that he does some dumb stuff. I'll give it that he misses some throws or misses some plays, like, you know, but if you give him, you don't even give him the time to be a baller like he is, because it's not his game style to just kind of just go with that natural flow and stuff. Like, he's different. But y'all acting like we done had Joe Namath here, and we done had Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and all these high caliber players and stuff like that, and we critique the mess out of one player that has actually given us the most success that we've had, consistent success. Not saying that he's played consistently, but he's given us consistent success as far as wins. He has the best win percentage for a starting quarterback in the last, I don't know, 10 years outside of Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins is trash here. And RG3, but I don't know, maybe that's not. But, and what we do as a miserable fan base, run this dude off. If he don't come back and sign back with us, bro, we get exactly what we deserve. We gonna sit here with Sam Howell and maybe some daggone rookie that's can't even get developed because Scott Turner is a numbskull, and be in the same position that we were before. I don't trust them. I don't trust that man. I do not trust that man to develop with no team. Or he don't deserve to take no team in the playoffs. He not prepared. And you think he just know everything, or just the truth of the matter, or matter of fact, well, that's interesting. Okay, you cool, bro. You cool. But it's not gonna work, bro. Stuff need to change a lot. Not just one positional coach. Stuff gotta change. And you can't just keep sitting here blaming quarterbacks and stuff like that. You put your quarterback that you wanted in. You took the dude that wasn't doing what you wanted to do out. And you didn't get the result. And last time I checked, losing is not winning. It's never been. So, that's that, man. I don't even want to talk about the game. Only thing is, I think our whole team is delusional. Logan Thomas trying to jump over a player like he's daggone Vernon Davis. Like, what? And then Casey Toohill think he Chase Young. It's like, nah. Granted, Casey Toohill had an amazing game. Yeah. My boy, Deron Payne, y'all need to pay him 11.5 sacks. Bro, he did the most gangsters. He got that sack, bro. Because I didn't even really watch the game like how I usually watch it. Y'all know how I be. I want to be at the crib. I was at a wedding. Shout out to my little sister Janice and her husband Tyler. Congratulations, shooting the wedding. You know, at a certain point, I was like, let me put the game up on my phone. I see that man get that sack. I'm like, pay that man. You know what I'm saying? He does the most gangster thing. Write that check for me, man. I need that bread. Somebody write that check. We need to pay Payne. Ron Rivera, your numbskull self. If you don't do nothing else, you gotta pay Payne. You gotta pay Cam Curl. Definitely. I'm cool with Cole Holcomb. You can pay him. And try to bring back Heineke. But at the same time, people don't understand. This dude is a dude, bro. I really hope, like, somehow, some way, like, you know, because we don't deserve him, he goes somewhere else and balls out. You know what I'm saying? So he can shut all of y'all haters up. I don't know how y'all hate somebody that all he do is win. And be like, oh, we won in spite of him. Like, how did Terry catch the ball against Indianapolis? Did he throw it himself and run down there? Somebody had to do it. How did we end up getting in the lead against Atlanta? Did John Bates catch the ball? I mean, did John Bates throw the ball to himself? Did Logan Thomas throw it? No. Like, y'all critique him so much. I mean, I get it. He's not a perfect quarterback. We don't have a perfect quarterback. I'm not saying he's a perfect quarterback. He's never going to be it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't get to do the chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, y'all be so pressed about all these other quarterbacks. Get off they stuff, man. It's players that's doing more with less. Like, you know what I'm saying? This quarterback's doing more with less. Brock Purdy. Like, I ain't have much to say. Derek Forrest was terrible in that game. I'm glad Jonathan Allen is okay. Chase played well. Tez played well. Jamin was okay. He was missing some tackles. I just need him to gain like 10 more pounds or 20 more pounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he just needs some help back there, man. David Mayo played okay. Like I said, ironically, he almost got a Mark Cooper win on that long thing. We need a number one corner, man. Like, you know, I want Christian Gonzalez. Like, you know, I'm going to talk about it in the coming weeks, but if we can get Christian Gonzalez and Benjamin St. Juice and like another, like, you know, like a CB3 and CB4, you know, I'm cool with it. We could rock with Danny Johnson and Christian Holmes, like, I think, but we still would need like another 2 or 3 cornerbacks, like, you know what I'm saying? Jahan was disappointing, you know what I'm saying, dropping stuff. I pray he doesn't turn into Josh Doxson, but, you know, we need him to get more locked in. And some of that's mental and stuff. And he's still so young. So I hope that doesn't affect him too much. But, yeah, man. I don't know, bro. Like, it's none there review. It's none there, like, you know. He lost to the Browns, you know. And I don't know what's going to happen, man. I know one thing, like, more than likely we're going to have Ron Rivera back. I don't know if he's going to keep Scott Turner. More than likely he will. Because he's just arrogant. He don't make change. Like, you know, stuck in his ways. This is like, it's just as bad as Dan Snyder. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, from the head down, Dan Snyder is a dunce. Even Jason Wright, he needs to go. You know, all these tributes and stuff has been crap. These last minute Sean Taylor, like, you know, thrown together stuff. This little mannequin of a statue, like Hotel Transylvania, Invisible Man, like, you know, stuff that y'all got up, you know, for him. You signed off on that, bro. This some goofy stuff. This tutty little mascot thing, bro. It's like y'all just are just trolling us. It's like you're trolling me as a fan, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up I mean, yeah, I grew up in the DC area, DC Maryland area, and like this is all I know. I ran track and stuff and all that at the Sports and Learning Complex right next to FedEx Field. I went to Redskin games. My family is Redskin fans. That's all I've known. But the thing that really like got me, you know what I'm saying, into this thing was the history of this organization, man. Watching NFL Network and talking about how we had one of the greatest teams of all time. We created a dynasty by winning 3 championships within a 10-year period and stuff like that. Joe Gibbs winning 3 different Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks. You know, John Riggins and Doug Williams and Gary Clark and, you know, all these dudes, bro. Daryl Green, like we had one of the best logos in the daggone in the game, man. Best uniforms, best history, all that, and it get reduced down to Tutty. He can't even put his hand down for the daggone. Like, what position do you play? I seen a comment under Louis T's video. It was just like, when I saw Tutty, I knew we were doomed. And I laughed for a minute with that too. I was rolling with that, like, oh my gosh, like, cause it's just like, you gotta laugh to keep from crying, like, you know, like when Amari Cooper scored that second touchdown, I'm just laughing, like, what else is new, you know? I got a couple friends that's Cowboys fans, and we probably gonna lose to them, and they're gonna like, you know, send me text messages like, how we beat y'all, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, okay. I'm really mad, like, you know, like, good job. It just hurts, man. I'm so tired of it. I don't know how I've been with this team for 20 years, man. This is the longest relationship I've had in my life. By far. And it's very toxic. But, yeah, man. Somewhere off in the distance, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully it's like 6 months away from here, like, or whatever, but maybe a year. Like 6 months for the ownership and then a year for a new head coach. Cause this man don't got it at all. And it's like, the fact that he thinks he has it is the scariest thing too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro. And he sat here talking about, like, you know, oh, I think it was a successful season. Bro, you're going to be 7-8. It's not a successful season. He had this thing gift wrapped to you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I mean, I ain't about to cry or nothing. It's just so much I just want to get out, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all, but it all falls back. I can't even yell at Scott Turner. I didn't yell at Scott Turner before. I didn't yell at Jack Del Rio probably a little bit. This goes to this dude, man. Nobody care about this team. And when we like, oh, hey, give us some attention. We did it. We can do it. And then we fumble the ball and mess up, and then you just expect them to just keep being like, they be like, somebody, okay, this is how I go. You know, everybody is a group. You know, these are the cool people, the people that's, you know, doing stuff and stuff. You know, talking. And here we are. Hey, pay attention. Look what I went. Give me some respect. Give me some attention. Give me the. Okay. All right. Let's see what they're gonna do. Okay, what you got? And then it's like, nigga, really? Nigga, for real? All right. Anyways, what were we talking about? Like, and then we gonna sit here and just be like, oh, well, if we just win the game, then they're gonna give us another chance at the Sunday night football. But yeah, then when you get a chance, like you don't get a second chance. You don't get this. Like for you to be like, oh, we're just gonna like, come in here and win, and then go to the get our game flex and stuff. Like no, there are other teams that are way better than us that deserve to get flexed. Like you know what I'm saying? We don't deserve to go nowhere. You don't deserve to go nowhere because you decided to stick with the same group of guys and make no changes. Like, okay, I had to go in my room and get this. Man, besides the Vikings, who has a better logo? Who had a better logo than this, bro? Tell me. And I'll wait. Like, that thing is cold. I'm not even about to get into the history of that, what I believe. But my favorite franchise that I've grown up playing, wanted to play for, rooted for, stressed out about, everything has been reduced down to a great value name and some great value bacon dressed up as a mascot. It's just, I don't know. Like, I love y'all, man. Win, lose, or draw. I love y'all. Man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Mambo, Big Dog Command Room. Peace, love, and hair grease.